Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for this lesson and then the observation. I've been able to go through briefly, and I was very happy with the PowerPoint presentation. It
Are
is
you?
on point.
Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy that you are happy.
Yes, it
Yeah,
was so good. So I looked through, I looked at the photos, the pictures. Yeah, I feel we are set.
yeah,
Now, maybe you can share your screen and then you
yeah,
run me through
yeah.
how
Okay,
you're planning.
okay. Because I had a few questions, Kaziba. The wait, I'm first gonna share the PowerPoint. There it is. Can you see it? Are you able to see it?
Yes, I'm able to see
Ah,
fractions.
okay. Because I had a question, Kaziba. I watched the recording that you send us from another person who also did this subject a while ago, the young girl. Can you
Oh,
can you can you hear me well?
yes. Okay. Like you are
Yeah.
saying, you need me to send you the recording?
No, no. I
Mm,
have seen that recording
mm,
that you send us on fractions, but
mm,
my feeling was that
mm.
normally these students should know fractions already from the years before. The fraction
Yes.
is not totally new to them.
Mm,
So I
okay.
thought maybe in my lesson, I want to speed up a little
Mm,
more and go a little deeper instead of just showing pies um, and explaining them what fractions are. Do you agree with that? That I want to have a little higher level and a little more speed? Is that okay? Or is it
yes.
going to be too
Okay.
difficult?
Yeah, that is a brilliant idea and it's very okay because at primary level, they always cover something in that direction. So it is just an addition. So the first session is mainly reminding them on what they did because sometimes they forget.
Yeah.
But it is very okay now that we go deeper into
Okay.
the actual.
Perfect. Okay. I'll run you through, huh? So
Okay.
I would start with explaining that I'm from Belgium and that we
Okay.
yeah, okay. So
Mm,
I would start explaining that I'm from Belgium and that we like eating chocolate, right? So these are all chocolate bars.
mm.
And then the idea would be to let them see that there are 12 pieces. I'm gonna wait, no problem.
Okay. Yes, we can continue.
Okay. So we have
Mm,
the different chocolate bars, and then I would ask them to tell me what the different fractions are. So on the corner on the right,
mm,
it's 1/12.
mm.
And then I would ask them to each time give me the fraction.
Okay.
And then hopefully they would also see that this is like 1/3, and these are,
Mm,
voila.
okay.
Then I would jump over to Italy.
Okay. Can you first take me back to that slide?
Yeah, of course.
Would that be chocolate?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. I
Eh,
that would be the idea that in Belgium we like chocolate. So yeah.
that is perfect.
Okay. Good.
Perfect.
Then I would jump over to Italy
Mm. I'm s-
with a few simple exercises. How much would 2/4 make, which is half, and then 3/4. a full pizza and then the pizza on the right. I think that should be pretty simple for them to understand, right?
Yes, yes, this is very okay.
Okay, good.
Mm.
And then,
On that slide,
yeah. Mhm.
is it possible for us to get the real pizza, a picture?
Uh, um, I think it would be. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, because I have a few pictures left and also with the 1/6. So
mm.
yeah, I'll give it a try.
Okay,
Give it a
okay, we can
try.
have it just there, such that because I know, much as it may appear very common, there might be children that no.
Oh, I lost the audio.
Okay, yes, we can continue.
Ah, okay, good.
Mm.
Um, so yes, I will try, but you were saying something on the pizza.
Oh, I was saying we may have children who may not have seen a pizza before. So when we bring in that real one, how it looks like in the real world, it can give them, they can be able to pick
Yeah,
it a bit more quicker. But
yeah,
this is very good. But for those who have seen the
yeah.
thing already, this is very,
Is pizza not something that is eaten a lot?
yes.
Okay, good. I'll explain them. Okay. And then we will move on to a bit more math. I will explain them the numerator and the denominator. By the way, Stephen, do I call it A over B or A to B? How do you say that in English?
A over B.
A over B. Okay. I'll explain them that A and B are part of the whole numbers. I saw in the syllabus that they should know the whole numbers, that you've seen that in some chapter. Will they know what W
Mm.
is?
Yeah. Now W, uh, can we now do the sum annotation such that during that point, you can be able to circle it out and say W stands for whole numbers.
Yeah, I will tell them. Yeah.
Uh,
And then I will
Maybe can you try to annotate and I see?
say again.
Annotating, like writing.
It is possible. It was not foreseen for here, but they can always do that. Yeah. So you mean that I would then say that these are the whole
Ah,
numbers?
okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'll see how I do that. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'll explain that B, they can't divide by B, of course, by zero, of course.
Hmm.
Then how do I stop annotating? Hopla. How do
How do you?
how do I
eh,
stop
Still,
annotating?
still place it, and then go to erase.
Okay. And then
Eh,
go to erase, and that was this, right? Okay.
hmm.
I okay. And then how do I stop? Uh,
How do you stop? You click in it.
ah, voila. Okay. And I left a dot here, but I'll remove
Okay.
it. And then I already tell them that the fraction in its simplest form is when top and bottom have no common factors other than one. Again, factors, that is also something they should know
Hmm.
already, but I can
Hmm.
call it a common number uh, as well. Huh?
Hmm.
This is nice. This is moving. Do you see that? It was a suggestion from
This
Microsoft.
is so perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
This.
I like it. Yeah. Okay. Then I'll dive into what is a proper fraction, which is less than a whole, and then an improper fraction. I'll ask them each time, Kaziba. I'll tell them if
Mm,
they, so the idea would be that everyone uses their own laptop, right? And that they go into
mm,
Zoom so that
yes.
I can see all the faces of all the children on my laptop as well. And then they can raise their hand.
Mm,
And when they raise their hand, I will pick a name, and then I will
mm,
voila, and then I will ask
okay.
them what the fraction is for the proper fraction and what the fraction is for the improper fraction, so that it is
Mm,
interactive, right?
yes.
Then we have the mixed numbers. This was something I gave a lot of reflection because in the
Mm,
syllabus it's a lot
eh,
focused on formula. And I have the
mm,
experience already a little that if you show a formula, they don't think anymore
mm,
and they're only busy with the formula. So I didn't want to focus too much on the formula itself. Um,
mm,
so first we have the numbers, then I will say, actually, when you look at this, it looks
mm,
more like three
mm,
holes and a part left, right? You want me to hold?
mm, mm.
Yeah,
I
okay.
beg,
Yeah.
pardon?
I asked if you're looking at someone, so I thought I should wait a bit. No problem.
Oh, okay, okay.
Tell me when I can continue.
Okay. We can continue.
Yeah, perfect. So I will tell them this is 13
Mm,
over 4, but in fact, when you look at the circles, it's like three holes and still a part left, a quarter. So it's actually three holes and one fourth.
mm,
And I will do the same with the next one so that they understand that when the top is
mm.
higher than the bottom, in fact, we're talking about holes and a fraction. And then I will
Okay.
jump then I will ask them now what would the the procedure be
Mm,
to go back
mm,
from a mixed number
mm,
to a fraction.
mm.
And I will show them the formula
Okay.
and explain them. In fact, what you do is you take three times
Mm,
the 4 plus the
mm,
1 which is left and divide it by 4, and then you go back to the 13 over 4. And then we'll
mm.
do that three times so that they understand. I don't want them to focus too much on the formula. I want them to let them understand what they're actually doing.
Okay.
Okay, and I changed the colors so that they understand what we are doing. Would this be clear to them?
Yes. It is very clear.
Okay,
Very, very clear.
okay, good. Then I will move to the idea how many pieces do we see and how many pieces have been taken. And in fact, if you have more pieces, and you take two of them, it's exactly the same than a pizza with less pieces, but with a larger parts. And that's the idea of equivalent fractions, that you take two pieces of a pizza with 8 pieces, which is exactly the same than taking one out of a pizza with 4 pieces.
I think that is very okay. Very fine.
Okay. And then I will explain how they reduce the fractions to its simplest form. I will first ask them, what do I do with the 5 over 10? And then again, someone will raise their hands and then I will pick one. and then I will explain you divide the top with 5 and then the same with the bottom, with the numerator.
Okay. Now on that slide,
Yeah,
uh, where you have 5 to 5,
yeah.
can we put the division sign? Because that one will appear as a ratio. So may you first,
I
can you
didn't,
first remove?
yeah, I didn't find that one.
Okay,
Um,
okay. Now first, stop sharing on full view. Maybe I show you from my ends, or we
y-
can do it from that
yeah, if
side.
you can, because I didn't know how to do it. So I'll
Okay.
go over to your page. I saw it in the
Let's
syllabus and I wanted to use the same, but I didn't find where it was. Ah,
the
yeah.
sign. Eh?
Yeah,
Okay. Are you seeing my screen?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now I can come here under insert.
Yeah.
I go here to equations
Okay.
here.
Yeah,
Where did I place the equation? Eh? Then
yeah.
in case I want a fraction, I'll come here. I place here. Then I'll put this is 5. Now in case I want to put division, the sign is here.
Ah,
Then I say divide by
yeah.
5. Okay.
It's there. Okay, I will change that, Kaziba. Thank you.
Okay. Now let me stop sharing and you show me.
Yeah. Okay. Hopla. Ah, good. Now I know how to do that. Hopla. Ah, it's good that you tell me, show me. I go to insert. I go
Uh,
to equation. I go
good.
to, I can already do it here, I think.
Yeah.
This one. Aha.
Perfect.
I'm gonna immediately apply. And so, wait, no, I'll do it. I'll do it later because it takes too much time. So I will do that in another way. And so the idea here, the 5 to 10 and the 6 to 8, that's easy. Huh? But then I will tell them 12 to 6. Um, and then I will show them that it's always best to use the greatest common divisor because you can divide it by 2 or you can divide it by 3, but then you continue dividing. So it's always best to take the highest number possible, which is then, in this case, immediately take the 6, right? But I'm only going to show that use the highest common factor as soon as it's relevant because it's not relevant for the first 2 exercises, right?
Yes. Okay,
Okay,
that is very fine.
okay, good. And
Mm.
then also, here I already we we end at 4 over 3 and then I will repeat them that it's important to write it as a mixed one. Or is that not obligated? I did not know that, Kaziba. Do I always need to write it as a mixed number, the end result, or is it not necessary?
It may not be necessary.
Ah, okay. Then I'll just explain them that it's a possibility to do so. Okay. And then it's practice time. So we've done lots of theory, let's say. What are fractions? What are the different ones? Um, the tempo is not too high for this.
I think it is well. I think
Okay,
it is well. Mm.
good. And then we start practicing. These are your exercises from the syllabus that I've taken. And then each time, again, I will ask who has the first answer. I'll wait for the hands and then I'll let them
Oh.
answer.
Mm. Johan,
Um, yeah.
yes, you want them to annotate?
Um, I want them to answer. So I
Or you just want
prefer
them?
raising the hands.
Okay, let me see. Now, like from my side, now I've done the 75 back. So I don't know that you can see what I'm doing.
I can. Yeah,
You can.
yeah.
Okay.
The the
Yes.
thing
Okay.
the thing with annotation is that
Mm,
it's not very clean on a page. And if
mm.
everyone starts annotating, I don't know how many children there are, 30 something.
Yeah, they are 30 plus. So
Yeah.
it is well.
If they start annotating, it's gonna be a mess. So that's why I thought I will just pick. I hope people will raise their hands. If they don't raise their hands, I will just pick a person, and then I will ask them what the answer is, and then I will show them so that it stays clean on the page. Is that okay for you, or do you want them to annotate?
Yeah, I think it is well. Uh, that is very okay.
Okay, good. And then we take the other ones. And then here, this is a part where I will ask to annotate so they can like give a sign on the cube. And then in the end, I will do it in full in black so that it's clearly visible what is
Hmm.
the answer,
Okay. Yeah,
right?
that is perfect. Okay. Then are you planning to use this black thing or you'll show us like in bits instead of giving us at once?
Now, I will first ask them a person, and then I will ask that person to like draw, to annotate and fill the cubes.
Okay.
And then I will ask the second one, now add another 2 over A to the shape, and then I will clean. And when that is done and it is correct, then I show them, yes, it was correct. Yeah,
Okay.
so we'll do it in parts.
Okay. That is perfect. Now, uh, when you bring it at once, the way it is, I wanted to find out, isn't it possible for you to shade one by one? Or like to show like the three that is shaded, because like when you combine it as when you merge it using one color, we lose the idea of the 3 out of 8 and then the 2 out of the 8 because before that you
Because
can
it
go
is,
back a step, one step.
yeah,
Now there is something I was thinking about here, whereby the annotation. Okay,
yeah,
I'm going to annotate from my side. Like
yeah,
you show us that maybe this is the one, then the two, then the three, then one more, then
yeah.
maybe this is two. Whereby now you show us, that these are the three that were shaded first, and then the two, such that we don't lose out the division on how the square boxes were divided.
I understand. Yeah,
Hmm.
you are right. Yeah, but then it's going to be better to annotate because I will show you. This is a lot of work to show them because in fact, these are all different ones that are put over each other,
Hmm.
right? And then I let them appear so that it looks like like this, right? Better to annotate. Okay, it's okay. I'm gonna write that down. Better
Okay.
to
Oh,
annotate.
okay. Can you remove the annotation because I know? Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Hopla. Yeah. Okay, I'll change that. So I will not use the black, but I will use annotation myself.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Okay, good. Da, da, da. Then converting the mixed numbers. So again, I will ask a person. I will ask how have you done this, and then I will show it as well with the blue always as the end result. And then here I had a question, Kaziba. I saw in the syllabus when this was explained, how to how to express improper fractions for the mixed number, that there was said 3 remainder 1. That is a formulation I don't know, but is that something the children will understand?
Mm, yes. Oh, three remainder one, eh?
Yeah. That is something they'll understand. 3 remainder 1 means 6 6/2, and then I have 1/2 left. They will understand that idea.
Is it possible that probably we annotate or we show the steps? Now, there is something we usually do, much as like you have said that at the level where they are, let me say this is one and this is the second one. Then you show them that we have two people and we want to share 7. Alternatively, we can bring it like in a scenario format whereby you can say that 7 people were maybe invited for the party, and then they were to share maybe so, no, like 2 people are available, but they want to share 7 items. So how can they share them, and what amount does each of them get?
Yeah. What I can also do
Mm,
um, is say, just a second. Huh?
mm,
I'm gonna take this one.
mm,
What I also can say is that 7 is in fact 6 plus 1
mm,
over 2,
mm,
and that I then take that 6/2 separately as 3, and that then
mm,
1/2 is remaining.
mm.
Is that, but they haven't done adding and plus and min, plus and minus. They haven't done it yet. But is it? But 7, I can show that it's in fact 6 plus 1, and that you
Mm,
can divide 6 by 2, and have
mm.
3 in the end. Maybe that's a cleaner way to explain.
Okay, yeah. Then I want us to check on our answer. Here, the answer, yes, even that one is okay. Then I want us to check this answer 3/4. 3/4, it will imply that our fraction is going to be
Oh,
13/4.
it's gonna it
Yeah,
needs to be 1/3.
perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good. Well spotted, Kaziba.
Okay. Mm.
Okay. So I will rephrase this.
Mm,
Um, yeah. Okay. Good. And then I will remove that later. Ta, ta, ta. And then
okay.
reduce the fractions to its simplest form. Those
Mm.
are not very difficult
Where the ones focus?
exercises.
Finished.
Voila.
Okay.
And then the question will be, how much time are these enough exercises?
Yes, because looking at our plan, I feel these numbers will be enough, eh?
I did not understand the end.
Mm. Mm. There's something you can erase them at once, or you can delete, eh?
All at once?
Yes, yes. Let me
And how
write.
do I do that?
Let me write such that you can see. Now you're going to go to, there is a trash bin. Are you seeing the trash bin down there?
A what?
Like there is a bin, eh? Down where there is clear. When you go to annotation, then down.
When you go to annotation,
Uh-huh. Then check T, there is a pen, there is green, those different
yeah.
colors. Then down, there is somewhere where there is clear. Have you been able to see it?
Ah, yeah, clear all drawings.
Perfect. Yes.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Saves a lot of time. Okay, good. Then I still need to make the assessment. I haven't done that yet. How much time would I have left? I don't know yet. Huh?
Okay.
Where am I with the time, you think, Kaziba? Is this a lot?
Yeah. Now looking at your time frame so far, we have used about roughly 35 minutes, eh? So meaning Meaning we can plan for about 20 minutes for assessment, factoring in the connection and
Yeah, yeah. I've lost the audio.
okay. Yes, Johan.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
So about 20 minutes. Okay. Um, when I want to use that quizzes, right?
Mm.
And
Yes.
what if I see that we don't have enough time anymore? Can I cut the quizzes off in half?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
That is okay. Because we would have done some exercise assessments within.
Okay.
So it is well.
Okay. And then I would end the lesson if we have sufficient time by a
Mm.
quick, did we learn today? What is the numerator, the
Mm.
denominator? We
Mm.
saw the proper fracture, improper, and then the mixed numbers, the equivalent fractions. Then I ask who won the assessment.
Mm.
And then a final fun question, what is the Belgium famous for? And then I hope they remember it was chocolate. Uh, yeah. So that's the plan. Do you think it's good?
It is very good. It's a very good plan.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Good. Then I feel confident that it will work.
Okay.
Okay. I will make the changes. Uh,
Hmm.
I can send you the PowerPoint if you want, but I'll have to do it via OneDrive because it's too large. So either
Yeah,
I
yeah.
again a PDF, but then you don't see what I'm doing in the presentation. Do you want the PowerPoint or is a PDF sufficient?
It's okay. Any can work. Any can work for me.
Okay.
Any can work for me. Uh, then on the first slide, okay, I think on the first slide, can you take me to the first slide?
Yeah, of course.
Mm.
Um, hopla. Yeah.
Okay. Now, the first slide, I don't, last time I think I told you about colors in relation to learning, that we have some colors that will support us with productivity. We have colors that will make the children get more focused. Do you
Okay.
remember something like that?
No.
So I was thinking if we can make the first slide a bit more colorful instead of just
Okay, that's
concentrating
okay. Yeah,
uh,
that's okay.
on black.
And do you have like a theme I can use? Do you
Yes?
have like a slide that you use and then I'll copy it and change it to fractions?
No, now you can go to designs. Are you seeing designs?
Ah, to designs. Okay. Designer.
Insert, draw. Oh, no, that
Take one of
is
these.
designer.
Oh, this
Uh-huh.
this is nice.
Yes.
What do you think of this?
Eh, uh-huh. Yes.
Ah,
So
but
for you
it's
go
not.
through everything,
But it's
there are very
it's
many
not color,
options.
huh?
Hmm.
It is cool, but it's not color. What do you think?
That one now you can ignore. Then you try to scroll down
Yeah, I like
for
this one.
others.
Eh? Kaziba, it's cool. Look, it's all moving.
It's good, eh? Okay.
What else do we have? We can do this one.
Mm-hmm.
This one. No. I'll
Mm.
I'll use I'll use oh oh no, it's gone. Yeah, I'll use this one. Oh no, it's gone, Kaziba. The moving parts are gone. Damn. Okay, I'll change it. Change and
Mm.
make more colorful. Okay,
Mm.
because
Okay.
this is
Even
all
are you
black.
seeing up
This is
there? Up where you have home, insert, draw. No, no, not those ones. There
sorry.
is where you have home, insert, draw, design, translate. Uh-huh. Design. You go to design.
Yeah.
Also, you have other versions, eh?
Yeah,
So you can explore and then you see which one you would prefer.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'll make it more colorful. That's okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Any other
Hmm.
remark?
So far, that is what I have observed that we may need. Good enough, you have put the name is there.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna put the class first and then my name on the bottom. It's not good to show my name first. That's not very modest. So I'll change that as well.
Okay, then, okay, that would be very nice. But so far, so good.
Yeah.
Thank you for the work. I feel we are ready for next week. Did we conclude on that day?
No, no,
Not
not
yet,
yet.
eh?
No.
Yeah, because I was thinking, uh, I don't know how your Monday and Tuesday look like because we need to use those 2 days before
Yeah.
that week is Easter week. So
When is it Easter week?
next week,
Ah, and but are the children at school at Easter week?
yes?
Okay. Okay. Let's try for the 15, Tuesday.
Okay, 15th Tuesday.
Yeah. And at what time?
What time?
Yeah.
I think now you are 1 hour
Yeah.
behind, eh?
Yeah.
So meaning that if we say around 9, it can as well work. My time,
So that means 8 my time.
8 my your time.
Yeah,
So,
that's
but
okay.
the best time could be okay, but I'm going to sit down, then I draw a timetable, I look at the planner, my ends, and
Uh-huh.
then I tell you the actual time. But
Okay.
let's utilize the morning hours
Yeah. And
for productivity and
but
activeness.
yeah, but let's already fix that it is the 15th and then we'll see what time, right?
Yes,
Oh,
15.
15. Okay, I will block the 15th.
Hmm. Okay.
And starting 8 o'clock in the morning here, it's perfect. Yeah, absolutely. I'll okay, perfect. So we have the date as well, the 15th, next week on Tuesday. Okay. I'll make the changes on the PowerPoint, then I'll make it a PDF and then I will send it to you. Okay, good. So Kaziba, important.
Hmm.
So the children need to be at their laptop and logged in Zoom themselves, huh?
Okay, that is very good, Van. Uh, yeah, I
Okay.
feel we are ready. I feel we are set. We are ready. Let's just work on those few collections and then we get ready. I will be eagerly waiting to look at the quiz that you are planning
Yeah.
to give them. Even if they're
Yeah.
just 4 numbers or five, it can as well be a good interaction because we need to bring out that interactivity during
Yeah.
the lesson. Good enough. Now you're bringing in the typing, questioning. So the, there will be a lot of collaboration. So on my end, I think I've already showed you the class. Did I show you?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that is the class where we shall be. They are inside. Currently, they are children. Last time we tested with those quizzes. If you are going to use the quiz, then it's okay. That one we have already used it before. But in case
Yeah.
there is any other,
No,
uh,
no, quizzes.
th-
I will use
eh,
quizzes. Yeah.
hmm,
Can
okay,
you
I feel.
um can you make sure that when the lesson starts, that everyone is
Mhm.
in Zoom on their own laptop?
Yes, yes. Now this is what I'm planning. Uh, Now once we enter, we shall enter a bit early, and they will sit in that format. I don't know
Yeah.
that you're able to see them.
Mhm. I see.
You're able to see them.
Yeah.
So they will sit in that format. And so they will sit in that format. Everyone sits on the laptop. Then those who do not have the laptop, they will sit in a group format, and then they will sit there maybe three, and then they'll be facing. So we shall be able to see. Though I know some, their camera, they may not have computer or laptop cameras. So those ones I'll move around, and then I'll show you the class.
Yeah, that's very good. Okay. So you have people with their own laptop. Do they have ears with the connected to the
Yes,
laptop? Perfect.
yes, they have.
Yeah.
Then we shall, though, okay, we shall, because we may have some echoes. Zoom sometimes gives us echoes. So
Yeah.
in case I see the echoes are many, then we may use, I will ask everyone to be switching on the microphone on and off, such that we don't have a lot of background noise.
Yeah. I think I can out of Zoom as well mute everyone at once.
Uh, uh,
Yeah. And
yes,
then
yes, yes,
and then
yes.
when I point to someone to answer, I can ask them to reopen their microphone so I can hear them. So normally that should be okay.
Perfect.
Is it
Mm.
possible to show the screen on the big board in the class as well?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we shall show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
such that everything is very visible.
Okay, so everyone has their laptop, they have ears. The ones who don't have a laptop sit together. The ones who don't have a
Mm,
camera, they can look at the big board where everything is
mm,
there. And as long as I can hear them,
mm,
it's enough, Kaziba. Ik bedoel, it's better to see them, but if there are children I can't see. Yeah, as long as I can hear them, that's the most important then. Huh?
mm.
Okay, very good.
Okay. In fact, some even were asking, I think they saw you one time and they were asking, when is he coming to teach us?
Ah,
What,
that's good.
what?
That's good. Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it. It's going to be fun, I hope. I really tried with my presentation to take fun pictures and to make it nice, so I hope it will work.
Mm.
We'll see, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Very
Yeah, I
good.
know they're going to enjoy.
Okay.
They will enjoy. And I know one time when you come to Uganda in the
I hope,
future.
I hope the my son is 17 and the mother
Mm.
of his girlfriend comes from Rwanda and she lived
Oh,
yeah, and she lived in Burundi and also in Uganda. And she went to visit.
oh.
So maybe one day we'll go all together visiting Rwanda
Eh,
and Uganda and Burundi. You never know, huh? Yeah. So it's nice. Yeah.
yeah,
We'll
I
make
can't
it
wait for
sure.
that day. And that day we shall have the physical one.
Say,
Oh,
I
I'm
didn't get.
saying on that day we shall have a
Yes.
physical lesson.
Yeah, we will. We will.
Eh,
Yeah.
yeah, you so you
Okay.
come visit us and then we go in for that physical interaction.
And then I will give the fractions again. Yeah. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
Kaziba. I will
So
be sending you the quiz by the end of the week, I think. I don't know if I can, well, I'll see when I do it so you can have a check before. And I will
it
also
is
send you an update for the PowerPoint. And then
mm,
we have everything. Eh? Um,
okay.
I had one more question. What if
Mm,
if Zoom really is giving us a difficult time? Uh,
mm, okay. You are
what,
saying if Zoom is giving us that time?
yeah, what do we do then?
Oh, now where Zoom at times is because of the network. More so when the weather is not so favorable. But I have tested it with one of your colleagues, Sin, and it really worked. We are just having a testing lesson. But I know that one shouldn't worry us. but I know I have some other backups. I know we can migrate them to Microsoft Teams. We can migrate them to Google Meet. The only beauty with Zoom that I can easily track the recording.
Yeah, I
I
understand.
can easily track the recording, and then I can be able to
Yeah.
share it with you anytime.
Okay.
Mm.
No, very good.
Then, can you share the report,
Yeah.
the observation?
Yeah.
Mm.
Here. There.
Okay. Okay. This is this is okay.
Yeah, I've taken a lot of
Yes.
yeah, I had taken a lot of notes.
Mm.
Um, there was one thing, Kaziba, it's funny that I was thinking about in the end. The
Mm.
idea of hitting the ball and then it flies in the air and then it lands. Huh?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that was a lesson. I then started thinking it takes 18 seconds before the ball lands on the ground.
Mm.
Now I challenge you to hit a ball and let it fly for 18 seconds. That is a
Uh,
big hit that you need to make.
surely, true, 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 true. 18 seconds is a lot.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
high, very high.
Mm.
Yeah. No, no,
Very
no.
high.
Just
Mm. Uh, yeah,
I
even
don't
if
know if there are parts you want to discuss on this or we do
but
it another
also
time.
here we can look at the nature of the ball. Sometimes if it is a small ball, like a tennis ball,
Yeah.
tennis ball,
Yeah, I know a tennis ball. Yeah.
so a tennis ball can go as high as possible and can take at least the 18 seconds. So, but if it is
Think
this
so?
football ball, that one, uh-huh.
Two,
So
three.
someone can throw it and I think it can go to about 10 to 15 meters high. So
Oh,
by the
really?
time it comes back, because
Yeah.
its weight is less. Mm.
Yeah. 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 True. True. Yeah.
Apart from these cricket balls, the
Oh, yeah.
football, the
Yeah.
basket, those ones are sure
Yeah.
18 can be a lot. I think now going forward, because now that is something I should take note of, here we
Oh,
may
no,
need to be
no.
specific.
Yeah, I didn't have much to say, Kaziba. I am new, and I am requested to observe you, but it was very difficult to find things. I mean, it was a good lesson. I hope I can do it like that very soon. I don't know,
Mm,
but yeah, I mean, it's not up to me to
mm,
like find points of criticism. I mean. But they asked me, so I've really checked what could I maybe do differently. But
mm.
yeah, but it was
Okay.
but it was useful to like write this down. But
Yeah.
I don't really have feedback from
In
you.
fact,
Huh?
now that
Yeah,
thing, like that point can be your point that we need to be specific in when setting these scenarios, to be specific on the kind of the ball, because when a child draws an imaginary picture, surely it may seem to be impossible.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah. And that was one. And then I noticed that um, a lot of time was spent on filling in the value table. You were filling in the value table on the board.
mm,
My reflection was at some point at the bottom, you have like the peak, which
mm,
is like the high point where the ball flies. And that was like a moment that I didn't see happening. Like, hey guys, what do we see now? We've seen a highest point. What would that highest or what that highest number be? That was
mm,
something maybe that I would have expressed a bit more like this is the
Mm.
maximum. But those are details, huh? Those are details.
Oh, yeah, true, true, true. Yes. So I think what we shall be able to do better, yes, you can take note of that point. You can take note of that point such that I can what improve the scenario going forward.
Yeah,
Mm.
maybe take an equation where the ball flies only 8 seconds instead of 18, and then you have a smaller value table, so it takes less time
Mm.
to fill it in, and
Mm.
it will be quicker to plot the graph, maybe. But really,
Mm.
Kaziba, these are details. I mean, um,
Okay, I think I'll do that. I'll do that. Eh, So I'll do that and then I improve on that scenario going forward such that it becomes more real life.
yeah,
Eh,
yeah,
Then uh, for the graph, the solution can be using GeoGebra.
yeah,
So if I had used GeoGebra, it would have been much easier
yeah.
for us to draw it in the shortest time possible. But many of these kids took a lot of time. So next time, I think I would do it better. I'll use those,
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah.
I'll use,
It is, of
uh,
course, a good idea to let the children try and plot the graph themselves, but it took a long time. Uh,
yeah,
yeah,
okay. I'm going to take note of it. And then in my, in my, okay, then in my next activity, I can be able to include that thing.
yeah,
But thank you. That is a good observation that I need to take note of, such that next time nothing of within that thing can happen. But that is very good. That is very good. Okay.
yeah,
Another thing that you observe that I need to take note of. Yes, Johan.
yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Yes. Any other thing that you
Ah,
observe?
no, no, no. Let me quickly. No,
Hmm,
uh,
not yet. Okay.
no, no. So that was all. That was all. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, I must say, watching you and the class.
Hmm,
Yeah,
okay.
and everyone
Okay.
collaborated well.
That collaboration, which
Ah, yeah. Maybe one thing, I felt that so at the end of the lesson there was like this assessment,
mm,
and that's um, and if if you have theory and then you do
mm,
exercises in group and then immediately an assessment,
mm,
sometimes that assessment comes quickly. Maybe it's a good idea to start the assessment the next lesson. I don't know, but I thought it came very sudden, the assessment. Not all children are able to immediately digest everything that's seen and immediately perform a good assessment. Is what I thought. But
okay. You're saying the assessment. Come again. I didn't pick your question very well.
now, so you first had the theory, and then you did the exercises in group, and then you did the assessment. And I think that that assessment comes very quickly, immediately after the theory and the exercises. And maybe
Mm,
there are children who need some time at home to check it
mm,
again, and will then have a better assessment if the assessment is
mm.
done the next lesson. So by doing it
Okay.
immediately after they've thought it,
Mm,
I don't know. I
yeah.
am a person who likes to digest the things before I have to do an assessment. I need some time to reflect on it, but maybe that's because I'm old. I don't
I
know.
think, okay, that is good. That is good. And it really helps for children who are struggling. But now we need to have like a balanced approach because like you find that in a class we have, children have different learning abilities. So you may have those ones that are already on top. We have those ones who are around in the middle at the intermediate level, and then those ones at the basic level. So now we need to see how we can balance. But now for children who are at the basic level, those ones surely we need to give them another assessment such that they can be able to master. So we need to use the differentiation approach to ensure that everything is what is balanced.
I
Mm,
understand. Yeah, I agree.
mm,
Yeah.
mm,
I I was too occupied with looking what my score was, so I didn't see what the
mm,
scores were of the children. Were the scores good?
mm, mm. Okay, like you did what?
Did they did they do a good assessment, the children? Because I didn't see the end results.
Mm, okay, I think
So
it is.
and so at the end you give the score table, who did
Mm.
best and etc. Did the average of the class perform well in the assessment?
Okay, I didn't pick your question well. I come again.
Okay. How did the children score on the assessment?
Oh, on the assessment.
Yeah.
Yeah, now what happens? I have, I don't know, I'm going to share the screen, but what happens, like what quizzes does after doing after doing it, uh, you can be able to see which child has topped up, who came second, who came third, like that in their position. Then it computes for you automatically the percentage. And then you have an option in case you have the parents, the stakeholders that are involved in the process, you can be able to share with them the report
Yeah.
via email, and then they can be able to see how their children have scored. And then in case of reporting to the school administrators and the rest of that, you can just download, analyze the data using any software. You can use CPSS, you can any. And then after you give them the report. So it
Okay.
gives you the summary of everything.
Okay.
Mm.
And if there is the time, it can be useful to go over the correct answers after
Ah,
the assessment, if there is enough
yes,
time.
yes.
Yeah.
If there is enough time. Of which now, for our case, we can budget for it. We can plan better and maybe say our quiz, we can have few questions, let me say five. And then we budget that will take us about 10 minutes. And then after the 10 minutes, we close the quiz, show the people who have been the best. And then later on, you go on and what? And go through number by
Yeah.
number. But also sometimes we look at which number has been failed most.
Yeah.
We look at the mode, and then we base on that to do the collections.
Yeah. So maybe that is something I will do. I'm not sure yet. It will depend on how quickly they do it. Eh? Yeah. Okay. Good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But we can have it as a backup that in
Yeah.
case time.
Yeah.
Mm,
There is time left. Yeah.
mm.
Okay. That was all the comments I had. For the rest, I liked it a lot. Yeah.
Thank you so much. This is really very nice. Let's link up uh, next week, Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'll let you know the time. Then I'll be expecting you to share with me the PowerPoint or the PDF.
Yeah.
And then in case you have come up with any quiz by the end of the week, and then we check through that we have no errors in the answers and everything.
Yeah. Very good. When did you say you would like to have the finished PowerPoint
The
by?
finished PowerPoint, can we do it before Sunday ends?
Yeah,
Sunday
yeah, of
will
course.
be,
Of course. Of course.
hmm,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and the quizzes as well. Eh? I will do it all by the end of the week. Then
Hope you have created one before.
Say again?
Have you created one before? Like,
Quizzes? No, but I
Mhm.
already made the account. If I have an issue with the quizzes, I will reach out to you.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but it will work, I think. It's not that
Yeah,
complicated, I hope.
it will work. It will work. In case you
Okay.
can even explore other tools, the quizzes, you can explore the Kahoot, you
Yeah,
can explore the Mentimeter, you can explore
yeah,
the GeoGebra, all those ones.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
All
Thanks.
right. Okay. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Bye bye.
Okay. Okay, bye bye. I will share the recording for your
Ah, yeah,
documentation.
that's good. Yeah.
Mm.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay,
Bye bye.
bye.
Have a nice day.